Right, and this is the final video on chain rule, and that's quite an interesting question, because you might be able to see that there's something interesting going on here. We have more than two functions, really, because to start with, starting from here, starting from the outside, you have the ln x, right? And then something else has replaced the x that I'm not really bothered about it identifying it, although you might be able to see that's the sine of x squared minus 5, which is another combination of two other things. But I just want to answer this question. So let's just go into the simplest possible approach. So we have like the derivative of x, it's going to be equal to the derivative of ln of the sine of x squared minus 5 and all that derivative. And because this is a combination of functions, and I know that is a combination of the ln x, like I put up here, and something else that I'm okay not to have to have a conversation about it at all. So what I need to know the derivative of that, which is equal to 1 over x. Therefore, the derivative of what I have is going to be 1 over whatever I have inside instead of x, which is the sine of x squared minus 5. But then because I have a composite function, I need to multiply by the derivative of that. So here I need to multiply by the derivative of x squared minus 5. That's it. Okay? Let's just move on. Now the first part, that part is already with no further differentiation needs, so it's going to stay as 1 over sine x squared minus 5. But then I'm going to have to find the derivative of that little part here. And by having another look, I can see that this is combination of the parent function, which is the sine x, right? And something else. Let's just put it question mark, question mark. So that means that the derivative of that is going to give me the derivative based on the derivative of the parent function, and the derivative of sine x is going to give me cosine x, right? But here I have x squared minus 5, therefore that's going to give me the cosine, not the sine. Let's just get rid of that. The cosine. So it's going to give me the cosine of x squared minus 5, right? Multiplied by the derivative of that. And that, in my case, is the x squared minus 5. Therefore, I have the x squared minus 5 derivative. So, as you can see, essentially I have a combination where the x squared minus 5 has gone into the sine x, and then all of that has gone into the ln x to replace the x. So, finally, what I have is 1 over sine x squared minus 5 multiplied by the cos of x squared minus 5 multiplied by the derivative of that, which is 2x. And then all I have to do is tidy up the whole thing and just put it in a more sensible kind of way. So let's just assume that, let's just put the 2x right at the front. So 2x times cos of x squared minus 5 over sine x squared minus 5. And that would be my final answer.